Welcome to the Rooted Lounge, where we break down the 3 core relationships that shape everything about your life as a mom. Your relationship with yourself, your partner, and your kids. We're Monica and Michelle, therapists turned mom coaches, and we know firsthand that motherhood isn't just diapers and to-do lists. It's an identity shift that touches every part of who you are. This ain't your mama's motherhood. Here, we mix real mom talk, a little humor, and a lot of truth to help you feel more grounded, connected, and fully alive in your life as a mom. So grab your coffee, hide in the bathroom if you have to, and let's get into today's conversation.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rooted Lounge. So today we're talking about something that you've probably all heard of 1,000 times, but in a way you may have never felt before, and that is gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
I love this topic so much, but I also think that it's like people think it's a very like cliche kind of topic where when somebody says gratitude, I don't know, it could kind of just like go in a lot of different directions. So today we're going to be talking about how it's not just the be thankful or like what things that are going well in your life. Like we're going to kind of break it down a little bit more for you.
Yeah, I think you are absolutely right. There are a lot of people, because I think like gratitude journaling and all that stuff, it's like so mainstream now.
Are you psychic? That's literally what I was going to say. Like it's so mainstream. It's like wake up or like go to bed and what were you grateful for today? And like, again, I'm like doing a robot because I feel like it's robotic. Robotic. Like, I don't know. But I love gratitude because I think I love it because of the way that I look at gratitude, not because of what everybody else has said. You need to do gratitude every day,
Yeah. And it's interesting because I recently had one of these conversations with someone who's like, I really want to do gratitude journaling. And before I even gave any suggestions on how to do it, I asked why.
Yeah.
Why do you want to do it?
Yeah. Great question.
And they were like, well, I don't know. Like I heard that like it's a good thing to do and whatever. And I'm like, okay. So it's interesting that like, I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong that people want to do it.
Oh, for sure.
But I don't think people really understand why it's so helpful and how important it is with how you go about it, how you approach it, because it is absolutely not just like, oh, did my gratitude today, check, you know.
Right, or like going around the dinner table being like, what am I grateful for today?
I mean, I do that.
But again, where's the intention behind it? Because I have done it and I just felt like it was a checkbox of the task. Like, I'm grateful for my family. I am grateful for my children. Like, right? I don't know why I just did it in that kind of like verbiage, but that's like, it's a wonderful, but again, like what was the intention? Because I think a lot of times we say the same things and we're not thinking or feeling it deeper than kind of that level of what everybody kind of looks at gratitude as.
Yes, for sure. And I think, again, it's all about the intention behind it. So for what you just said, like if I'm talking to adults about incorporating gratitude into their life, I really challenge them to be like, don't just say your family, don't just say your house, don't just say, the food on the table, don't go for all the like common things that people say.
Yeah.
And even with my own family, because we actually just started doing this at dinner now. So we have this little like fake candle. So we turn it on, we keep it in the center of the table. And I don't remember what it says on it, but I think it's like, today I'm grateful for.
Sure.
So my oldest will like light it up and then we're like, okay, let's go around the table.
Yeah. But again, it's not like I remember doing that and being like, I'm grateful for my family.
Yeah.
Right? But it's more, I'm sure it's more and deeper.
Yeah.
Than
we
that.
specifically do it as like, what are you grateful for today? So like, what is something that happened today specifically that you're really like thankful that it happened?
Yeah.
And then we also have them follow it up with like the why. Like, why are you grateful for that? So where was I going with that? Oh yeah. So again, it's not just about like this toxic positivity, you know, where like just always find the silver lining in things. Like that's not what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
We are talking about this really big contrast with what real gratitude looks like
and feels like too.
And feels like. That's such an important thing to know. Excuse me. So let's give some examples, right?
Yeah.
So I think for me personally, like one thing that has like really, really stood out to me recently, it's fall here and, you know, there's beautiful foliage and everything, and been spending a lot of time outside and taking walks and stuff like that. And for me, fall is absolutely my favorite season. Mm-hmm. I'm obsessed with it. And being outside in the fall is one of my favorite things ever. And so I love just being outside and just noticing all the leaves, you know, the colors changing and just the crisp, you know, air and all of that stuff. So I really just soak that in. And for me, like literally I could just walk outside and just be like, okay, cool, it's a fall day, and then move on. But I'm outside and I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Like you're really feeling amazing. It. Yeah. On all levels though, not just from like what you're seeing, but what you're feeling on your skin, what you're feeling emotionally, which is all a part of gratitude. Like it's not just about the words you say or the things that you think. It's really having this full body kind of experience with gratitude that makes it so powerful. Because if it is just your words and your thoughts, it's not going to be as powerful. Right. Which is, I mean, similar to mindset, right? Like when we're trying to shift our mindset, if it's just words and thoughts, it's not going to change. We're not going to shift. And so this really kind of goes along with that you have to feel it. Yes. And experience it in many different parts of your body.
Yeah. That's such a beautiful point. It is really this like all-encompassing type of thing. It's just to kind of reiterate what you're saying, is that it is like a mind, body, soul like type of experience. And one silly thing that I just thought of, because I'm staring at the banana bread that we were just sharing, but like eating the banana bread and just like and it's just like, oh my God, this is so good. But when I eat something that I really enjoy, I do a little food dance. And I usually am just like, oh my God, this is so good.
I can't wait for my husband to listen to this episode, because I literally do the same thing. He makes fun of me all the like in a good way. But he's like, you're doing your food dance.
Yeah. And this is why, like, every time, you know, we hang out, we're like, okay, where are we eating? What are we eating? You know? Because we got our little food dance going on. But
it's so good. But that's a part of it.
It's that. It's like, okay, something tastes good, great, but like, no, like, wow, this tastes amazing. And like, I'm so grateful that I'm able to experience like this kind of full body thing, with being able to really like notice the different flavors that are happening, the texture of what you're eating. Again, just like the joy that you feel from eating something that you really like, and like sharing it with someone that you know enjoys it just as much as you do, and that sort of thing. So it's like, again, this full kind of spectrum of things going on.
I love that. And kind of going one step further, maybe still with banana bread, or I was thinking coffee. Like I make this joke about how I'm a coffee snob, because I love my lattes, and I go and try a lot of different coffee shops. And yes, I know if coffee's good or if it's not. But I very much enjoy like going to a different coffee shop, and feel really grateful that I can go to a coffee shop and experience kind of these different coffees that like kind of make me do the same thing. But then my step further to coffee or the banana bread or whatever is, I couldn't make that. Like, I mean, maybe I could if I tried it multiple times, but like, I've never tasted banana bread like that. And it's like, the person who baked that, like, I don't, like, I have so much gratitude for them for knowing how to bake. It's like sourdough. Like, when people make great sourdough, I'm like, oh, I'm so grateful for you, because I can't, I will never make a sourdough bread. So I go as like that step further of like, also who's kind of behind these things that we are really grateful for. You know, obviously, like, fall and crisp weather is a very different, you know, kind of deeper look into that. But again, you know, we live in a state where we kind of have all of these different seasons, you know, so being grateful for like Mother Nature being able to give that to us, you know. So I just think it brings another level and layer to it.
For sure. Yeah, no, absolutely. I was gonna say something and now I'm forgetting what it was, but no, that's fine. So yeah, I think even going back to something that we talked about in another conversation, about this idea of really like making these small shifts to changing our expectations around things, and like the ripple effect with that. And I think when it comes to practicing gratitude, you really start to appreciate things, obviously, in a different way. And it just really makes you notice things, and perceive things a lot differently, right? So
in the moment.
So like, for instance, where you know, if you're doing arts and crafts with your kid and all you're focused on is like, oh, the mess that they're making, and oh my god, this is going to be so much to clean up after and whatever. But instead, if you're really in the moment and you're like, oh my god, we are having so much fun. Like, look at what we're creating. And then I get to hang it up after and display it in our house. And then we can look back on it and be like, oh my God, do you remember when we did that and whatever? And it just like that domino effect that happens after. And it just, again, just brings all these lovely warm and fuzzies.
Yeah. So I hope I'm going to articulate my thought in a good way, but like, I kind of going back to the whole gratitude journal as well, that for myself personally, I don't know if I've ever done that, like written it down, where I'm like, okay, if I'm feeling it in this like full body experience, I guess like writing it down more for memory purposes, but I find for myself that writing it down doesn't actually do a whole lot for me. Like, I'm not actually feeling it, but I think where it could be useful is when you're doing reflection on it.
Do you
know what I mean? Like, if I write, so like, say your kids say something about being grateful and why, and they like write it down, and then they kind of have this reflection versus just writing it down, again, words and thoughts, that there isn't more to it. So I don't know, as you were talking, I was kind of thinking about gratitude also being like reflection as well.
Yeah, no, I love that, because again, it really shows how you can do and approach gratitude differently.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be in a journal, because I don't journal. I've tried it in the past, and it felt very forced for me. And again, it was just like, okay, like I just need to come up with an answer so I can be done my page. And it just didn't feel good for me. So instead, and maybe this is because, you know, I've gotten to a place where it is, I don't know, just more natural for me to practice gratitude, but it is a very much in the moment type of thing now for me too.
I find for myself where I'm able to feel it deeply or do that like connection reflection is actually when I'm doing yoga. And I do it in the moment as well, but like, if I were to pick a place, like somebody would pick like journaling or doing a gratitude journal of some kind, I find that that's kind of like my place where I'm able to kind of unravel those things like in that moment. So
yeah, I mean, I think it's just, you can do it anywhere. You can do it at any time. So it doesn't have to be, and I get that starting out your gratitude practice, that you might have to be a little bit more, planful about it, and like, okay, I'm going to start doing it every night before bed, or I'm going to do it in this gratitude journal and what have you. And that's fine. But always come back to and continue to check in with yourself about, like, why am I doing this practice? Is it doing what I was hoping it would do for me? Because if you're not buying into it, it's not going to have the effect that you're hoping it's going to have.
Right.
Yeah.
Great.
So something we actually want to do with you guys today is to do a little guided grounding exercise. So wherever you're listening to this, if you're at home, wherever you are, as long as you're not in the car, driving possibly, but wherever you are, let's just take like a minute, 60 seconds to just have a little moment. So I'll let you guys get, settled, hit pause or whatever, so you can find a good spot. And I always invite people to close their eyes. I'm a big eye closer when I'm trying to do grounding or any type of like meditation practice. So here we go. So wherever you are right now, take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel your body where it meets the surface beneath you, your chair, the floor, your car seat. Notice what's around you. 3 things you can see, 2 things you can hear, 1 thing you can feel. Now bring to mind 1 small thing that feels good in this moment. Something simple. Maybe the sunlight on your face, the sound of your child laughing earlier, the fact that you remembered to eat lunch. Take another deep breath and let the gratitude expand through your body. This is it. This is presence. You don't have to reach for perfect moments. They're already happening. Okay, that's it. So again, we just really want to reflect on how these tiny gratitude moments can really like shift our energy. And this just reminds me of something else, is this idea of practicing gratitude, mindfulness, just taking time to do anything that you want to do. It doesn't have to be these grand gestures, right? Like, you don't have to be like, I'm going to practice, gratitude or meditate for an hour a day.
Yeah.
And then whether because you're just too tired or forgot or whatever, just not into it, and then you don't do it, it just defeats the whole purpose of it. So you can really start small.
Yeah.
I mean, I think doing 5 minutes of something is much better than not doing anything at all. So just like start small, do what you can, do what feels good, because that's the whole point of this.
Yeah.
And just make sure that you're putting that intention behind it.
Yeah. And I encourage all of you too, that if you don't know where to start, find something guided like Monica just shared with you, where they're kind of giving you the prompts and doing it for you. I mean, you can find so many of those videos, and I think down the line we'll probably do more of those videos as well, where they're just more of us doing grounding exercises versus like us talking and doing it. But I encourage you to find those, because I know for myself, like, if I'm just going to be like, oh, I'm going to meditate or I'm going to be mindful, like, I do it better in the moment. Like, me trying to regulate myself, I sometimes, more often than not, need the guided piece to it as well. So I encourage you all to, if you don't know where to start there. And sometimes you can do like a gratitude grounding exercise. I mean, there's grounding exercises for probably like anything and everything that you're feeling, thinking, and experiencing, which is beautiful. And I love it. And some are great, some aren't. But do what works for you. And again, you could do it for a minute, 2 minutes. You can get in your car before you go to work and again, do it for 5 minutes in the car, like before you drive, right? Before you go to bed. So I think you can incorporate the guided piece. It's like an easier thing to do versus you trying to figure out how to do it yourself.
Yeah, for sure. I second that. And even, myself, I've been practicing this for years, and I still prefer guided meditations. So there's a ton of apps, out there. You can literally just like search it on the internet and things will pop up. I think it's also about just making sure that you're having, realistic expectations. Don't start with an hour meditation. Don't start with, even maybe a 30-minute one. Start small. 5 minutes, work your way up to 10, 20, 30, what have you. So again, I mean, I think this is always going to come back to when it comes to what we're all about, rooted motherhood, and how this practice is for us, obviously, but this is also for the people around us. This is for our partners, our children, because the more that we feel calm, they feel calm. And, so it's not about just doing this to do it. Again, it's not checking off a box. Gratitude isn't something that we teach with words. It is something that we model with our energy. And, sure, there are these little practices that you can do that are similar to mine, where, we go around the table at dinner, but I mean, that's a great place to start. But, if you are out somewhere and I don't know, something pops into your head or something comes into your awareness, like point it out to them. Be like, wow, look at how cool, like that bird flying in the sky, like that's amazing, or whatever it is. So yeah. And I think another thing too is that like gratitude isn't about ignoring what's hard. It's not about just brushing off the negative stuff that's happening. It's about more so just honing more into and I don't even want to say the positive stuff, because it's not about the positive. It's more about remembering and noticing the good when things feel heavy, hectic, chaotic. So yeah, we're not dismissing the challenges, but we're really trying to bring what's working, what feels good to the surface as much as possible.
Yeah, and to go off of that, like the word that I was thinking of was kind of bringing light to potentially situations that are super heavy. Like when you said, like finding that even when things feel heavy and bringing that light is really important.
Yeah, for sure. So we hope that you enjoyed today's episode. It was a little bit different than what we've been doing recently, but if you guys liked the grounding exercise, then let us know in the comments, and we'll definitely try to incorporate some more of that.
Yeah, for sure.
So before you rush into what's next, we'd love for you to just take one more deep breath and name something good right here, right now. And as always, stay rooted. Yeah.